Now, Link is a fierce warrior who has defeated many foes in his lifetime, and is incredibly skilled with his sword. However, now that we know what his strongest weapon is, Link in the upper right corner, we can have a look at his defense. What ends up protecting our hero the best? Link, the legendary hero. There are many incarnations of him, and each one possesses the spirit of the hero. They are chosen by the goddess to protect the land from evil, whenever deemed necessary. The first Link was introduced as a young, sword-wielding boy, but since the adventure of Link, the identity, appearance and role of each incarnation of Link has varied from game to game. And in these games we have seen a couple of extremely powerful items that have survived even blows from gods. So I looked at all the items seen in those years to find out which ones protect Link the best from any attack. However, before we take a look at them, we need to determine what we expect from the defense items. Well, personally, I think strength, durability and size of protected area are key things that we need to look at. It gives us a good idea how much we can trust a certain piece of kit in saving Link's life from evil. Let's start by looking at a classic one, the Hylian Shield. This is the traditional shield used by the Knights of Hyrule. Throughout the Zelda games, the Hylian Shield has changed little in terms of overall appearance, always bearing the symbol of the Triforce, and beneath it, a red Hylian crest representing the Crimson Loftwing that helped Link at the founding of Hyrule. The first Hylian Shield was a legendary shield guarded by the Thunder Dragon Lanayru, and even survived blows from Demise the Demon King, which is certainly impressive and gives us a good idea of how strong it is. Well, it's certainly strong because it survives every blow from any being. It's also durable because it never broke in any of the older games, and even in Breath of the Wild, it took a lot of effort to destroy it. It has survived countless battles like the fights between Link and Ganondorf in Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time. However, there's one thing that makes this item not as powerful as some of the others: its overall coverage. The shield isn't that big and doesn't really cover the complete body, especially from the back you're weak. So this is its major flaw. While it is effective, looks great, and has overall all the other criteria, it just isn't big enough. While others like the Mirror Shield are bigger in some games like A Link to the Past and can even deflect magic or sunlight to damage enemies like in Ocarina of Time, this flaw will sadly enough remain. Your back is always exposed, and when you don't have it out, you're completely open for any attack. These are its biggest weaknesses. Because of this, I would say it's out. However, it is still extremely handy for sure. Now for our next item, the Magic Armoire, which is seen in both Twilight Princess and The Wind Waker. In The Wind Waker, it's a magical barrier that covers Link, protecting him from any damage. However, it slowly drains Link's magic meter while active. And we see one major advantage here. You can also activate the armor while you're sailing to protect yourself from any attacks during sea battles. And when you look at the Twilight Princess version, you can see its normal armor that drains rupees and becomes heavy when you have none. So this concept with the boat could also work with this armor. They can stop anything and the wearer will be safe. So its strength and size of protected area is beyond amazing. Even Ganondorf can't hurt you at all with this. However, there's one huge drawback with all of this. The fact that it either drains rupees or magic, making it finite. Which is the only major issue really. Every second you wear it, you lose about 1 rupee. So with 1,000, you can last about 16.6 minutes. But every hit will cost you even more, taking about 20 each time. So that could be a big problem in the long run, which sadly enough will remain and can't be changed. So that doesn't make it a perfect candidate either. Luckily enough, we have one option left. An item seen in Ocarina of Time, which came from the gods, Neros Love. You receive it from the Great Fairy of Magic in the Desert Colossus. When used, the spell surrounds Link's body with a diamond-shaped barrier which lasts for exactly 1 minute. This prevents all damage but does not stop recoil from any enemy attacks. The effect of Neros Love wearing off is signaled by the barrier flickering, while the noise that accompanies it falters. It drains 12 magic power when used, and while activated, Link cannot use any other items that drain magic power. So, some good and some bad. Could this be our winner? Well, it's consistent, strong, and protects you fully. But just like the magic armor, we run into one problem. It's finite. Your rupees or magic will run out. And the bad thing about Neros Love is that you can't even deactivate it or use another magical weapon or item. So because of that, it has an even bigger burden than the magic armor will ever have. Because of this, I would say the magic armor is the absolute best. It might have its downsides, but luckily enough, rupees are quite easy to get, especially in Twilight Princess. There's a man called Giovanni who sold his soul to the Pose for untold riches. However, they also changed him into a golden statue with gems for his eyes and his cat, Gingle, fused to his head. He now values his humanity over his wealth and asks Link to retrieve his shattered soul, and if you do this, you will get unlimited rupees. Because his cat will give you 200 rupees each time you visit, so you can get a ton of them all the time. This makes the magic armor even better, because the resource that's needed is available all the time. So now, this item is certainly a good defense against anything you might face in your travels. The Hylian Shield is good, but the insane power of the magic armor beats it tenfold. So because of this, it's the absolute winner. Link's best defense is the armor, shrouded in mystery and magic. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to watch more videos, be sure to click on the annotations. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the bell button so you won't miss any videos. Thank you, you lovelies. I hope you enjoyed.